What's your impression of this bill as it stands now, knowing that going forward it'll probably be changed a million times?
Right. Well, Steve, as you know, Obamacare turned 7 on March 23rd, and then there on March 24th, Paul Ryan pulled the bill. They didn't think they had the votes, and so we've seen a lot of toing and froing about, you know, how to make it more amenable to members of the House, and they brought in these the moderate Tom MacArthur, the moderate member of the Tuesday group, brought in these 2 amendments allowing states to apply for waivers to opt out of the essential benefit plan and community rating. So, and then of course yesterday, Fred Upton, a moderate Republican, brought in his $8 billion over 5 years to help.
The Upton Amendment.
The Upton Amendment, yes, to help those people who supposedly had pre-existing conditions who didn't keep their continuous coverage, so that would help them.
And we should point out, the media, I think, is misrepresented. It's not just $8 billion over 5 years for the entire pre-existing condition pool. It's an additional $8 billion to what I think they put 100 and something.
$130 billion over 10 years.
Yeah. So it's another 8. It's not like it's only 8. But
no, it's $130 billion plus 8, and of course that's a lot of money. So the interesting thing will be, you know, what is going to happen if this bill has just, of course, the American Health Care Act passed the House. What's going to happen at the Senate, because the Congressional Budget Office hasn't costed out what this bill looks like.
Right.
And the Senate, you know, the Republicans have 52 members. Are they going to be able to, you know, are they going to adopt this? Are they going to change it a lot? I mean, I think, you know, I really wanted the House to have a bill. I didn't want these state waivers because, let's face it, not all states are going to apply for the waivers. California, New York, for sure, are not going to. And then what happens when there's a change in the administration? You know, you'll see this new administration will say, well, we're not going to allow HHS to approve these waivers, or they're going to discontinue them. So then what I would have preferred to see in the House bill, you know, you know, making the changes that are permanent at the federal level and not doing these special waivers.
And how would that have come about? How would they have made that couldn't be changed, like you say? It's up to the HHS to approve waivers
for over 10 years.
Right.
They're 10-year waivers.
Right.
But I think that the issue is that we should have, you know, in Tom Price's Empowering Patients First Act and Paul Ryan's A Better Way, you know, which were in 2015. Those were very good replacement plans, and that they would have, you know, got rid of the essential health benefit plan. They would have, you know, made, you know, provided the age-based refundable tax credit, expanded the amount you could put in your health savings account, change, you know, the expansion of the Medicaid program so that wouldn't continue.
Right.
And I think it would have been much better, because I'm very nervous of, you know, these waivers and what's going to happen. I do agree states should have more power over how they spend their money, but, you know, and on Medicaid, the idea of block granting the states is a good idea. But these waivers on the essential health benefit plan and community rating, where if you get a waiver, you could only get a waiver if your state has a high-risk pool, and we've talked about that, $130 billion over 10 years.